Alright, I'm back making another video. I got Prism Mic in the shop and we are getting ready to start on some major upgrades. And I just want to start by saying I know I haven't posted in a few weeks. It's been over 2 weeks now. Weather's been cold, but now it's nice. And I've also been waiting on some parts. I don't have all my parts yet, but I got most of my parts. So now I can get started on getting just the upgrades on this truck. This video is all the suspension work. I am going to be lowering this truck so I don't have these big old huge gaps in from my tires to my fender. And I have cow tracks, split mono leaf springs. I gotta put shocks on the truck. My rear end gear. That's all happening in this video. So that 1478 that I ran in the last video, that's not gonna happen anymore. No more 1478s. No more 14s. That should be pretty easy. But I'm not gonna ask for any more just in case if I get let down majorly or I break my axle in the rear. So everything on this truck is stock. Except for the motor and the trans. I feel like that's kind of, if you've seen my other videos, it's self-explanatory. If you haven't, then the motor and trans aren't stock, but everything else in this truck is stock. So that's why it really needs some suspension work. That's what we're getting into in this video. But before I do that, I wanted to say that I have some news for you guys. I am posting once a week again. I'm also going to try to post twice a week. Don't hold me to the twice a week, because if I don't post that second video in 1 week, you're still going to get your one video that week. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, so let's get started on this thing. All right, there's one part out of my bedroom in the bed of the truck ready to go on. All right, there's two parts out of my bedroom ready to go on the truck. That's three parts out of my bedroom ready to go on the truck. That's four parts out of my bedroom ready to go on my truck. And this is 5 parts out of my bedroom ready to go on my truck. I'm gonna actually have the legal number of mirrors on my truck for the first time since I've been driving it on the road. I took the mirrors off of my truck because they're the ones that, like, I can't explain it. I'll show you, I guess, but they stick. They're just a big, I don't know, they just stick out. They hang out. If you're a C10 guy, you probably know what I'm talking about. They're not like the square toe mirrors on the 70s body styles. Like those look all right. I'm talking about, I don't know, they're just ugly. And I got stopped one time by a cop and he was like, "Hey, why don't you have mirrors?" And I was like, I got that one right there. And he didn't like that answer. So he was like, "You need to have one at least on the door, passenger or driver's side. I don't really care." So I got this one because it's small and it's just gonna go up in the corner and it's not gonna stick way out, hang out. They look like bug antennas or something. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't like them. There's a lot of different variations of C10 mirrors. Most of them look good, except for the ones that came on this truck. Why did I buy this truck? Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Those are also not all of the parts that are in my bedroom. I need to clean my bedroom because I have a lot of car parts in there. Those are for future videos though, not for right now. best part about cheese ball cans, other than eating the cheese balls, is you can use them for anything, like solvent or putting parts in or whatever, catching fluid. We use a lot of cheese ball cans here at the house because we also like eating a lot of cheese balls. Actually, another one sitting over there. Just because that's a brand new one. We just got done eating out of that one. I don't know what it is about working on my truck, but it always puts me in the mood to eat a burrito. So I gotta eat one. Alright, rear end's out. Ready to put the new springs in and put the rear end gear in. I'm gonna put it up on the bench and clean it up a little bit. Well, as you guys seen, I had to do a little heating up to get those bolts off, those U-bolts, but they didn't want to come off at all. But I got them off, so everything should be good. Hopefully it's a little bit smoother from here. clean and I'm dirty. They don't make them like they used to. There, 6 more months of use. I got the rear end back together, got it underneath the truck, and the cow tracks on, kinda. Just getting everything ready to set the pinion angle. And there's a little bit of a problem, and it escalated really quickly. Oh my God. So this thing is way too low. Not really, because it's really cool. I'm super excited. I love this look. This is just the coolest thing ever. But it's functionally too low. And by that, I mean that obviously we did it the cheap way up front. It's bottoming out there, but here's the rear. It's hitting the frame. We took the rubber snubbers off in the rear and cut cut out the bracket for them, it's on the frame in the rear. Not right now, it's got about 1 inch from the frame, but yeah, it's really low. So we need to figure something out because functionally it doesn't work, but it looks really cool. And that's all that honestly matters. Okay, everybody, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here. The truck is on the ground. I have the cow tracks on, leaf springs on, the rear end is put together and ready to go. I have to get the drop spindles on the truck and the lowering springs. So once I get the front end right, it's gonna allow me to set up the pinion angle, because I need to make sure that front end is where it's gonna ride before I set the pinion angle in the rear end. I wanted to say thanks to my dad and thanks to my friend Jim for helping out. Jim helped set the third member in on the rear end, so I appreciate that. Taught me a little bit. And yeah, I got to get started on putting the front end together, getting that ready for you. So that's going to be in the next video for you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see when that comes out. I was hoping to have not dove so far into this, but once I started getting the truck on the ground, it started to get too low. Now I'm most definitely going to have to C-notch the frame and figure that out. So that's why I got to get the front end right, and then I can set the pinion angle. We'll go from there. I'm probably going to replace the brakes, well, at least the brake shoes, maybe the calipers, and little rubber brake lines. I don't know what else there is. I think I don't know, it's been a long couple days. So just subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Subscribe, I said that weird, and I'll see you guys next time. God dang.